What's going on, motherfuckers? Welcome to the Crocs and Hot Pockets podcast. My name is Snackers, and today is Sunday, May 30th, 2021. And this is episode number... This is episode number 152. And it is the 5-year anniversary of the Crocs and Hot Pockets podcast. Let's fucking go! Applause, you fucking idiots! Oh, they can't hear me. Hello?
I did.
Hi,
yeah, there we are.
Do you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we were just going to see how long we would let it go for.
You know, when I saw that you guys weren't responding, I'm like, okay, either I'm muted or we're all muted. It's one of the two. So, happy fucking five. Okay, now,
Yay!
You fucking morons. It's good to see you. Happy 5 years. Happy Sunday. And we got Bishop on the show. What's going on, Bishy?
What up, baby? Just chilling, man. Just staying busy. And I got myself a really special treat, which we'll talk about later.
How are you going to balls me like
drink.
that?
It's a drink. It's a drink.
Okay.
I don't want people being like, oh my God, he's got something cool to show us. And then it just turns out to be something I'm drinking.
All right.
But I don't always bring my own thing. I've now, the past 2 weeks, I've walked and gotten my own thing from the store and walked back. So it's like a ritual.
Somebody's in the doghouse. Aren't they? Is that what's going on right now?
No, dude. It's Casey was out of town last week, and so she was out at the ocean with her mom for, I think it was her mom's birthday, and then I have like a new thing I do. It's like a ritual. It's like a pregame show. I'm like walking down the street towards the local grocery store, hyping myself up, like, yeah, this is gonna be a fucking sick podcast. I'm gonna, and then I get my drink. I select it out just like you guys do. Man, I'm stepping up into the big boy world now. Okay, I'm selecting my own drinks out. Okay,
You didn't no boosted board ride to the old bodega?
no, I need to get a boosted board, or I need to get the I guess boosted boards. But I've heard that the one wheel things are sick, so I've been looking for an option. There's also like these bikes that you can get, electric bikes. They go like 60, but probably end up killing myself on one of those.
Are you talking about the supers?
Yeah, there's Super, and then there's a bunch of brands like that. But I'm looking at something like that would be sick, just like as some secondary mode of transportation, you know?
Yeah, I as you might have seen, because my Twitter is so popular, I got a new bike. So
I didn't see this.
Real quick, Jimmy, hello, welcome to the stream as well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
Are you less sweaty than the last podcast?
Less sweaty. I had to change my shirt because I look like garbage. In my defense, what I was doing was sitting on my back porch, sipping on this 32-ounce margarita that's frozen, but I only have like this much left.
How many ounces?
32.
Holy goddamn.
Yeah, I'm feeling fresh.
Is it delicious, though?
Huh?
Is it delicious?
Oh, it's great, man. It's a new Mexican place. In fact, this Mexican place is run by a family of a girl I used to coach in soccer back when she was in high school. Now she's already graduated college and everything. She's already moved beyond, and she played some college soccer too. But now she's like, the family opened a restaurant, and like she works at this restaurant, and they just opened it recently. So,
nice.
Yeah. So I ordered. Even some of the specials are named after the kids in the family, which is kind of cool, you know.
No, that's pretty sweet.
So anyway, I just thought I was like, all right, we'll try this Mexican restaurant, and ordered in. And everything was great, man. The freaking enchiladas, the queso, like it was authentic. It was really good, and the margaritas, yeah.
Delicious.
So
you know,
nice.
Wait, they let you take an alcoholic drink home? They let you do that?
Yeah, in Texas, as long as it's
That's
sealed.
sick,
See
man.
this little label that I've torn through?
Yeah.
There's like these little like seals you have to put over the drink. And if
Nice.
it's busted, it's like having an open container in your car.
Ah.
But if the seal is over the drink, then you can transport it. They changed that law in Texas when COVID started.
Yeah.
And
Nice,
it's actually
yep.
one of the few things they were like, okay, it was a stupid law to begin with. This is obviously fine to have, you know. So,
Right.
now they changed the law. And it's not going back, thankfully. Hopefully.
Yeah, there's a lot of places around here that did to-go alcohol, like to-go coolers, to-go growlers.
Think how much money that makes those businesses, too.
Yes.
You know, for like those mixed drinks, like a margarita. You know, you're selling these sort of things at a premium, you know, like a frozen drink.
Yeah, how much was that?
Oh, it was like $12. Like
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I was expecting like $20.
No, it was $12.
The goddamn Texas tax.
Well, it's like a local mom and pop type Mexican restaurant. If you go to a larger Mexican place, it'll probably be a little more expensive.
Word.
Texas is turning into Vegas. You're just gonna have those really tall boys, like the super
Dude,
tall
I
drinks.
love this new law, man, because I get especially in the summertime, like last summer, I was drinking margaritas like every other day, it seemed like, because I was always getting Mexican food. I'm always in the mood for at the least some bean and cheese nachos and just some tortillas. You make a little taco or some stuff with some chicken, some fajitas if you want. I'm always in the mood for that stuff. So it's like, margarita? Oh, don't mind if I do.
Hey.
There's a place near us that as soon as COVID started and they were allowed to ship alcohol home, you can literally buy like alcoholic slushy Capri Suns. It looks like a fucking Capri Sun, but XL size. You have to pierce the thing with the straw. It's fucking insane. Like, it's probably one of the best things to come out of out of fucking COVID. But anyway, so I got a new bike. Walmart, sometime in 2020, they released a 125th anniversary of their Schwinn Stingray. So not Walmart, but Schwinn released a 125th anniversary. And it's basically like a super cheaply made version of the bike, still made by Schwinn in China, and it's $150. It looks exactly like the Stingray. Has a banana seat, the sissy bar. The seat has the glitter on it, like almost totally original. It's got the fenders over both the wheels, and I had been looking for a bike to be able to cruise ride, because the bike that I have is a fixie. So for one, supporting your entire upper body weight with your arms at all times, and two, you can't freewheel. Yeah, just like non-stop pedaling no matter what speed you're going. And I was like, you know what? I need a bike that I can just like cruise at a normal pace and lounge back. It's got the big fucking I don't know if this is racist or not. I think they're called cholo bars. They're the biker handlebars that are super fucking high up. They're like literally over your head. I thought that they were called cholo bars.
Well, I mean, that's a term for somebody who's like a Hispanic that's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a term for some of those types of, like, certain types of
I think they
people.
call them
ape hangers.
Monkey handlebars.
Even
they call them like
more
ape
racist
hangers up here. Yeah. Well, I think it just depends on whether or not the people that. Yeah.
I don't like
things.
either
You're like
of those.
dancing around. You're like, how racist is this statement?
The high bars. I'm talking about the high bars. So it's got the high bars, and it's just it's an awesome looking bike, and $150 for an original Chinese Schwinn bike, and I'm super pumped about it.
I gotta tell you a story, and I'm not gonna say name, but I have to tell you what this literally happened as you muted us and we're going live, and that's why I seemed a little preoccupied. Okay, so I got a message, I got a DM from a longtime viewer, really cool dude, super supportive viewer, that said, "Hey, basically, my kid just gifted you 100 gift subs. Could you cancel that?" And I was like, unfortunately, I have no control over any of that.
Yeah.
You'll have to contact Twitch. And I hadn't seen it because I looked on my Streamlabs. I didn't see it, but I'm not streaming. So, of course, Streamlabs didn't see it. So just a minute ago, I pulled up my dashboard. Sure enough, 2 hours ago, while I wasn't even live, I got gifted 100 subs. Who would gift 100 subs to a streamer when they're not live?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I hope Twitch helps this guy out and takes it back. I really do.
Did you hit another emote slot from that?
No.
Damn.
I did not.
Because even if that got reversed, I wondered if you would still have the emote slot after that.
No, I don't. But it would have been, it would have been funny. But no, I feel bad for the guy because he's a good dude. He's a good dude, and I feel for him because I know what kids do stupid shit, and that's like a $500-something mistake. Right there.
Yeah, that is expensive. You know? That is an expensive.
I don't know if it was
mistake.
on his phone or if it was on the. But I'm
Computer
sure,
or something, yeah.
like, I've had long conversations with my own son about purchasing anything. And I've got, like, countermeasures in place to prevent him from purchasing anything on his own computer and whatever. Like, I have different password level protection that I have to do it all. And it's cumbersome when you have to buy shit. but I'd much rather do that than have to worry about my kid accidentally spending $500 on his iPad or wherever. You know what I mean?
Also, just don't have kids. Just stop.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
the
much
first step.
easier.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was just reading. I don't think is there a way for streamers to manually refund? I
No.
don't think there is.
No.
No.
Not that I know of.
Bits
I mean,
and
if there is-
subs are guaranteed.
Yeah, I think if this is a thing that he's able to do, I honestly think the only thing he can really resort to would be to revoke his PayPal from Twitch and try and go through the PayPal route.
Wait a
but-
minute. So like a month or so ago, there was a big stink because Twitch added an option saying, in order to refund a sub, saying I only wanted recognition on stream, so I thought that was recently.
I just wanted to get a shout out as one of the options when you cancel your subscription.
If
when
Twitch
you
were to
cancel.
contact me, I would totally
Yeah.
say, please cancel the subs. Like
Yeah.
if Twitch were to contact me, I totally would. But I haven't been reached out. That's why I said, dude, you got to reach out to Twitch. I don't really know what to do here. You know, I don't even know who he contacts. You know what I mean? Like, who do you contact in that situation? Do you know?
It's nothing.
Ninja, you're a partner. Just
Purchase
call
support
Ninja.
at twitch.tv as an
Purchase
email.
support.
Yep.
Okay.
Here, I'll send it to you. So it's
Hey.
nothing you can do. It's something they have to do
No,
on
just
their
put
end.
it in the chat. Put it in chat so
Okay.
I can just copy and paste it to him in DM right now.
I'm gonna send it to you on MSN.
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 Oh my!
Can you
Oh,
send
that
it to me
link.
through AOL.
That link does not fucking like
Can you
life.
please send it to me on AOL Instant Messenger?
What is this terrible website? Oh, this is not Twitch official,
Oh,
but I'm sending it to you
Oh.
anyways. And Twitch chat didn't like it either.
Yeah, I can't even. Okay, I got you. Hang on. What the fuck?
Bruh.
All right, let me send this to him. He doesn't
Contact.
think that I'm.
Yeah, I'll give you the official one as well. But yeah, again, nothing you can do. It's something he's got to contact Twitch about. But yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. But I feel for the kid. I feel for the guy, and I'm like, I don't want him to feel like now if it were to not get refunded, I'm like, dude, how guilty does that make me feel?
It shouldn't.
You know? I'm like that
Yeah.
poor dude.
that's a tough situation. Obviously, like you have to try to support your viewers as much as possible, right? And whatever you can do, obviously you do that. But what
Obviously,
can you
that's
do?
something that he wouldn't have done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like rear-ending your mother at a stoplight and then
Right.
damaging her car and being like, "Oh, I didn't mean to." Or she hit you, and then you're like, "Well, I still have to call insurance because I can't do anything about this because I don't want to pay for my own."
I just thought that I had to
repairs.
tell the story because that's never happened to me. I don't know if that had
Yeah.
ever happened to you before.
No, I've never had any subs. So.
Shut up. Well,
Wait,
I've
what?
never had a situation
No,
where
I'm just
someone
kidding.
said they accidentally did. Well, I did have one situation where someone said they accidentally gifted 5 subs, and I'm like, okay. I'm sorry, man. What do you want me to do about it?
Yeah,
You know?
nothing you can
100
do.
subs? Oh, fuck. I've never had that. But then I looked at my dashboard, I'm like, oh, shit, it did happen 2 hours ago. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. That kid's going to get a freaking spanking, man.
Yeah, he's a big
Unlucky,
spanking.
man.
Woo.
Jimmy,
He's
what,
your number one biggest supporter now, though.
yeah, like
There you go.
Secretly, though, if you're watching this podcast, thanks, kid.
Yeah, right. And that's
Kidding.
probably the most subs gifted at one time too.
I actually have had 100 subs gifted before.
No shit.
Yeah.
Recently?
It was when I hit 6 years on Twitch. Someone gifted 100 subs. Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is insane to me.
Mhm. It is to me too. It happens, dude. Every time I get like any sort of shit, like sub bombs and all the like large bits and all this sort of stuff, it happens. I honestly am. I don't know what to say half the time, man. You know, that's a big thing to do. You know,
All the bones. Yeah, 500 bones right there. Easy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does Twitch charge Twitch tax with subs?
does Twitch what?
Yes, they remove that. You have to pay tax for the money that you receive from your donate or
No,
from your
when you sub to somebody, I don't think there's any tax. I
Oh,
think
it
it's
depends on the state. It
Okay.
depends on the state. In Arizona, I know when I was Arizona changed their law actually after I moved to Oregon, and I went to sub to people, and instead of it being $5 or $4.99, it ended up being like $5.26 or something like that. So they started charging for online purchases. So I think it just depends on the state, which is kind of annoying.
And there was that whole announcement earlier where Twitch was changing the minimum amount of money charged for subs depending on what country that you were in.
Right.
And that I think it had something to do with the not average income. I'm trying to think of what the other term was. But there's basically for I think it was Mexico and Puerto Rico. It was the sub was changed. It was lowered all the way down to like $1.99 or $2, like something really, really cheap. Yeah. So basically, if you're from a country that's not so well off, the subs are actually cheaper for you, which is super fucking cool. One of the coolest things that Twitch has done over the past couple of years. With that said, I was thinking about this the other day, and it really feels like no matter what Twitch does, because they're seen in such a negative light now, there's backlash over everything. Mm-hmm. And if there isn't backlash against the thing itself, backlash from something else is brought up instead. So it's like every time Twitch tries to do something, all of their like worst nightmares are brought up over and over and over again, and nothing that they ever do is good enough. And I felt like I've gotten drawn into that toxicity where like I don't like I like being critical of Twitch. I like being critical of anything because nothing is perfect. But at the same time, like fuck, just being on Twitter sometimes when Twitch announces things is so exhausting. And I felt like I've needed to kind of distance myself a little bit from that.
You really have to protect your peaceful spot. And I've learned to that's one of the reasons why even after all these years, I don't really follow a ton of people on Twitter. You know, I really don't. I've even had to. Usually, if I mute someone, it'll end up being unfollowed down the road, just because I may feel totally great about that person, but just I don't like what they talk about on social media. Even if I agree with them, I just don't like seeing that type of stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily that I even disagree with that individual. I just. I prefer to, when I'm on social media, to be relatively neutral. I generally try and avoid drama on it. That's just my choice. I know that.
Well, you don't go on social media for negative reinforcement, which some people genuinely do. They go there just specifically like I know people that I have a ton of respect for their content, what they do on Twitch or other social media platforms. And I follow them on Twitter, and I'm like, holy fuck, this person is extremely annoying. Like they have no concept of what they're talking about, and then I lose an enormous amount of respect for them as a person instead of just being able to respect them for their content. So I tend to do the same thing. I just kind of avoid. I tend to avoid that as much as possible. But I think now, like, there's a decent standard that I have for like the people that I follow, and I think, people can complain every now and then. Like, I don't mind that or bring up things that are bothering them. But like, there's some people that like the world is out to fucking kill them. And they're just like, they're pissed off at their ISP. They're pissed off at the local Taco Bell. They're pissed off at Wendy's. And it's like, I do the same thing from time to time. I complain about things on Twitter or on social media, but there's some people that just like, it's like their lifestyle. Like every day.
You can tell, you can scroll down a feed and look, and anytime I usually consider muting or unfollowing someone, I usually just take a quick look at their feed, just as a reminder.
One last time.
I'm like,
that's their mindset.
Am I the asshole? Am I taking this? Like, am I being overreactive? And I look and I'll scroll down the feed and I'm like, nope.
But I think it's honestly what you're talking about is a byproduct of having a product, Twitch having a product that appeals to a large majority of people, or like a lot of people, a big audience. They're always going to have people that are complaining about something or that don't understand what they're doing, or some concept. And sometimes, and a lot of times actually, Twitch deserves the bullshit that they get to a certain extent. But it seems like it's never ending. Like, even if they came out tomorrow and they said, hey guys, we're no longer taking any cut of your sub money, right? All Twitch streamers, you guys all get 100% of all the sub money. People would be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where else are you getting this money from? Which is a viable concern, but like, hey, that's a cool thing. Let's be excited. But yeah, Twitch is in a position now where they have so many people following them that it's like it's going to be overwhelmingly negative anytime they post anything, which I think is similar to something I'm seeing now. Because Knackers, I sent you that post a little while ago from Robinhood.
Yeah,
Robinhood. If you go in their comments, it's just dog shit
all day long.
Yeah, all day long. So Twitch is in an interesting situation, that's for sure.
I need to be like super ranty, whiny for like a quick second, but the number one thing that annoys the absolute shit out of me on Twitter is people who complain about products and then tag the companies that they're complaining about and then get all of their community to like rally behind them. As somebody who's super involved in tech, like when it's complaining about like a tech product, I don't know why, but it seems to be like a super far-fetched idea that you can buy a product and it can be defective. For whatever fucking reason, people believe that if I buy this product from this company, it should work. And if it doesn't work, fuck that company.
No
Fuck
company
them.
has 100% success rate. You're going to get
Some
shit
prostitutes.
Good point.
Speaking from experience,
Weenie?
She's listening.
So, and I see it all the time, and of course, the majority of those are Elgato tags of people being like, they keep telling me it's my computer, but even though I know nothing about computers, I know it's not my computer that's giving me the grief, and or it's it's just the attention-seeking tagging companies. Oh my god, it drives me up the wall. It's not enough to make me unfollow somebody, but as soon as it comes across my feed, I just do like a quick eye roll.
sigh. Huh.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. You guys suck each other.
Hey, you look beautiful today, man. I actually have that exact shirt, believe it or not, the one that you're wearing.
Oh.
I could have worn it today if you coordinated with me. I don't have the...
maybe next time we'll coordinate for when you come back on your return. You know?
Yeah, we could wear the same shirt. That'd be nice.
Wear the same shirt.
What annoys you more? And this doesn't just cover social media. Do you hate when someone is like out to complain about everything? Or do you hate when someone is like blindly defensive of something regardless of the evidence? Like, what is more annoying to you?
Say it one more time.
What is more... And now that Knackers is back, he can hear. So maybe in relation to social media or not in relation to social media, what is more annoying? When someone is just outwardly complaining all the time and hates everything or always has something to say about a product or tech or whatever? Or do you hate people that are like blindly in support of the brand and the company, even though the products suck?
The first one's worse.
Yeah.
The first one's worse. Yeah.
Yep. I see them as much of the same thing, but I also agree with you. The first is worse.
So
one's more toxic.
The first one is like a direct reflection of somebody's personality, right?
Yep.
And then the second is more so just kind of like attention seeking, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just like it's like they don't necessarily know why a product is good, but they just know that they like it. Regardless of whether it's a piece of shit or not. But yeah, definitely the first one, because the first one has an effect on me. If your feed is nothing but negativity, complaining, nonsense bullshit, that affects you as an ingester. People tweeting like, "Oh my god, I love the Elgato green screen so much," that does nothing for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one is rooted in positivity, the other one's rooted in negativity.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Toxic positivity and toxic negativity.
They're both bad, but
They're
one
both bad,
is worse.
but one's way worse. Yeah.
All right, what are we drinking?
Margarita finishing and Topo Chico hard seltzer tangy lemon lime when this is almost done.
Wait a minute. Topo Chico hard seltzer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh. I'm all over that shit the next time that I see that. I fuck with Topo Chico so hard.
I can bring some of my luggage when I visit. If
We
they
can
don't have any.
probably, find it, right? I need you to leave space for the Jester Porter Sour, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna make a trip to Jester before I come visit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're in Margaritaville. Bishop, tell us about your special species.
I'm back, baby. We're back 2 weeks in a row.
Oh wait,
I've got-
is this the 10% beer?
Yeah, or 6.9%. 6.9%.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a tickle.
This is the guava lemonade. I don't know if I had the guava lemonade last time. I don't think I did, but big zesty. We back, baby. We got a little koala chilling on a beach. He's got his little drink and his little shorts and sandals. My man's having a good time. You guys see that? I think so.
Yeah.
Is it as good as it was the last time?
No, and here's why. I brushed my teeth right before starting to drink this, and that was a
You ever brush your teeth right before drinking orange juice?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
It's bad.
don't ever do that.
What about
Don't
Red
do
Bull?
that.
Have you guys ever done that? Drank a Red Bull after brushing your teeth? It's the worst thing in the world.
Probably.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
terrible.
I started the stream with the Prairie Artisan Ale's Just the Juice Imperial Pastry Sour Ale with blood orange, mango, apricot, and
You
vanilla.
motherfucker. That's the one you showed me. You texted me or sent me or whatever. You son
Yeah.
of a bitch.
This one was too fruity. This one was too fragrant in flavor compared to sourness. It tasted more like a sour juice than it did a sour beer. So this is probably one of the first Prairie Artisans that I have not enjoyed. I guess it is called Just the Juice, so I might have fucked up a little bit there. But we're going to put that back.
Did it sound like his voice cracked there a second?
Maybe a
Yes,
little bit.
you know,
Maybe a little bit. But listen, our man is growing. Okay. He's
is
not fully
growing.
developed. He's still got some time, man.
He's
The guy's
growing.
what are you, like 40?
40? Leave me
Dude,
alone.
I turned 40 in a week.
Wait, really?
Damn, you're going to be 40 when you come here?
Son?
I turned 40 next Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, you should change your streaming name to Streaming from the Morgue.
Mortgage
I don't feel 40. You know
No,
what
you
I
don't
mean?
look
Like,
40, man. Hey, you look like a
I
little.
don't think I look 40.
You look like a better looking version of me with a mustache. That's nice.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
and twice the sized cock. The beer that I just went and got, which is now 110% on brand, is the Spicy Pickle Monster, also by Prairie Artisan Ales. And it tastes exactly as it sounds. It tastes like a spicy, sour pickle monster.
See, I don't know if I could do that.
It's good. It's pretty good. See, I'm a
really-
big fan of picklebacks as well, so
I
this
don't
was
really
right.
like pickled beer. That's like one of the few beers that I don't like.
This.
generally.
Oh, so you've had pickle beer before?
Mhm.
Okay, so this is my first time.
I feel like that's a weird nickname that an ex-girlfriend had for your penis snackers.
Pickle
Spicy
beer?
pickle monster. Dilled and shriveled. Yeah. Well,
I like how me and Bishop haven't put any fucking thing in the script.
no, it's okay. It's just like normal.
Well, I mean, no, I usually do, but I mean, honestly, I saw the stuff you had that was in there. I was like, oh, we got plenty to talk about. So
I'm about to go on vacation, baby.
Yeah. Well, you are.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation.
I guess you're
He's on
vacation
actual
too.
vacation. Yeah. Do you guys have any plans for tomorrow? Tomorrow's a day off. I actually have to work tomorrow, which
Do
FML.
you?
Yeah,
When?
all day, dude.
Really?
I work with
I
Europeans.
thought you
yeah.
weren't working tomorrow. I thought that's one of the reasons you said you'd play a game.
I mean, the reason, yeah, I mean, I have been working pretty much 48 hours a day for like the past month. So.
Damn,
Yeah.
man. So you just
I'm getting
need a break.
eczema. I'm getting eczema from all the stress that I've been under. So
Dude.
yeah.
So do you actually work every single day? Like,
So on average, I would say like the jobs that I usually hold that are me working from home, a lot of the time I get to decide when to work. Right now, what we're doing is we're working on a program for Forza. So it's a esports program for Forza Motorsports, or with Forza Motorsports, not for them. And we're coming up on a deadline, or deadlines pretty much daily. And I'm the only person in our business that is working on the project. So haven't had team members allocated just of yet, even though we begin in the next couple weeks. So the amount of
Damn,
work
homie.
I've been doing in the past month has been the workload of like 3 people. So
well,
Yeah,
is that going to let up anytime soon?
not until the end of September, baby. Here we
Fuck,
go.
man.
Here we go, man. No, yeah.
Well,
it's-
we're gonna
it's-
miss you. That's one of the reasons that Bishop is gonna take a little leave
Yep.
from the podcast. So for those of you that were unaware, it's not because he wants to leave. It's just the man
Sunday
is
nights,
about
man.
to be super busy because of work. And I
Yeah.
totally understand it. I remember there were times because of my job when I was coaching and was working, like coaching high school football, like you work 7 days a week if you're at a big high school.
Yeah.
So when it was football season, man, it was tough sledding for me, you know?
Yeah. So we have live productions to run from 5 to 7 p.m. every Sunday night up until the end of September. And then during the week, from Thursday to Tuesday, we're running matches. So the only day we're going to have off is Wednesday for up until the end of September. So I'm just
Yeah, but it's not like you
Jesus.
really have the day off because
Yeah,
you got to get
yeah.
stuff prepped for
the next day. Yeah. So I'm already overtasked and over encumbered with work, and now like typically the good thing is like I'm kind of like a teacher in a way where we'll have like hiatuses and time where there's no work, but then when it's time to work, it's like full throttle. So I don't really have like that 9 to 5 break. I'm basically the second I wake up to the second I go to sleep, I'm just working. It sucks, but yeah, I'm also working in gaming, so I can't really complain, you know. But
Yeah.
So and just to highlight what Jimmy said, so Bishop is going to be away from the podcast from now all the way up until
Right now.
mid-September.
It should be to the last last Sunday of September.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be back in October. The first podcast that you do in October. But during the week, if there's some time, I could probably pop in for one of your weekly things if you do that, Knackers.
Oh, okay.
So I can make an appearance.
A
The only day,
1v1?
yeah, a little one-on-one action, a little 1v1.
Way to
tournament
invite
style.
yourself onto the show that you just said you're not going to be able to do.
It's just Sundays are
wow.
cucking me, man. Listen,
What a fucking... Can you believe this guy, Knackers?
I think Knackers just got blindsided by the fact that he thought I would be back sometime in September, and then he's like, "Oh fuck,
Guess not." Yeah. So
Guess
Jimmy and
not.
I are going to have some rotating guests from now until then. But yeah, Bishop will be
Katie's
away.
already said she'd come back. Mom's already said she'd come back. That's 2 right there.
Awesome.
Those are 2 great guests, and I know that they'd be great to come back. Katie's been on the show like 3 or 4 times.
I think this will now be her third time, I believe.
Yeah, it might be.
Which
Yeah.
is crazy because the last time that I was like, hey, we should have Katie for a second time. You're like, yo, dude, she's already been back the second time. I had
Yeah.
sometimes the dates just kind of flood into each other.
No, but she's awesome. So, and I know all I have to do is schedule it with her. So
Okay.
you let me know. You give me dates, and we'll get Katie back on.
Roger,
Same with
Roger.
Mom. Yeah.
So on our first on the list for things that we want to touch on, and we don't need to go into hardcore detail, but things have changed on the platform since the last time we talked. And the hot tubs now have their own category on Twitch. I think it's called pools, hot tubs, and beaches. And not only is it a separate category on Twitch, it is
pull this category up right fucking.
it is an enforced category. So if you are not in that category while you are at the beach or in a hot tub, Twitch staff will move you into that category. And I couldn't really get an answer on whether or not there was going to be any reprimanding if you streamed in the wrong category too often. I assumed that because this is all boiling down to advertisers, that there will be some sort of punishment if you're repetitively.
My God.
Jimmy just saw boobs for the first time here on the 5th anniversary of Crocs and Hot Pockets.
I'm not going to say the name. I'm just going to
Shroud.
say that I'm looking at the number 1 streamer in that category right now. Wow-a-wee-wa. Wow-a-wee-wa.
I think the most interesting piece of that, Knackers, is that there's the expectation that there's already Twitch staff in their channels to move them.
I might have to put this on another monitor.
You know what? You're goddamn right about that, Bishop.
Oh. But yeah,
so
good.
How
Hey,
do you feel?
I guess,
How do you feel about that solution?
So it's not everything that we were talking about, obviously, but I think that it's a step in the right direction just to categorize things appropriately. I think just chatting in general is kind of all over the place. But at the same time, I think you need to have some sort of separation. And that's all that anyone was really asking for, I think. It's just some sort of, obviously I think there needs to be some age gating, but that's something that they can implement later. One thing that I was thinking about actually during my walk today towards the grocery store is that Twitch doesn't necessarily enforce copyright or their own I don't want to say their own rules because sometimes they do. They don't. Let's use copyright as an example, and we're going to go into this a little bit later. But Twitch doesn't necessarily enforce things unless they're told to enforce them. Like with copyright, you could play music all day long or TV shows all day long on your channel until the copyright holder or someone that acknowledges that isn't your copyright reports it to Twitch, and then Twitch takes it down. Twitch doesn't just like peruse their website and go, oh, hey, that's something we're taking down because you're playing the wrong music. They wait for someone else to target that. So I think when it comes to these hot tub streams, I think this is a step in the right direction because it is Twitch's responsibility just to put this kind of content somewhere. I'm just interested now in how these people are going to return back to the just chatting category. Like, are they going to put like pillows in the hot tub so it looks like a bed? You know, like, are they going to make it look like more like a bedroom? Are they going to dress it up? That's what's interesting to me because this whole thing was predicated on the rules that changed, saying that you have to be dressed appropriately for what you're doing. And throwing a hot tub in your room seemed to be a workaround of being able to wear a bikini on stream, right? So I think it's really, I'm really interested in what happens next and kind of the workaround of these rules.
Yeah, I've gone searching in the just chatting category lately, and just searching by viewers, and I haven't seen any hot tub streams in that category lately. So it must be working to an extent. And there's probably going to be, some streamers with lower viewers that are going to slip through the cracks, right? Because there's not enough Twitch staff to sit in every single just chatting stream. Would either of you consider this the best case scenario solution for the hot tub streaming meta?
Yeah, I think so. I really do. I think this is one that Twitch got right. Like hey, they're not breaking the rules. However, let's separate this into a different category, because if you're doing this, the just chatting, it should be more just chatting instead of something, it kind of helps separate that, where you kind of have that sexualized content. Because what if you're watching a 12-year-old scrolling through just chatting, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's the best of both. You separate it by category, so that way, now this, and then if you're looking for that kind of content, now bam, you literally just click the category and there you go. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Win-win.
Yeah, I think still more needs to be done, but this is a good first step of separating that sort of content out. But I think that, like I mentioned, I think that there's still a lot of work to be put in place, but I think it'll still come down to some pressure on Twitch from a third party to do that. I don't think Twitch is going to initially do that. I don't think this isn't in any means the best case scenario. I think it is a scenario that they enacted upon. It does, to a certain extent, filter that sort of content. So if someone comes to the website to look for that, the type of viewer that's attracted by a hot tub stream isn't going to funnel over into someone in the similar category that isn't subscribing to just baiting subs. Realistically, they should just delete all of these categories and just have a category called just baiting subs, and then just throw all this bullshit in there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what though, and I get what you're, and I kind of agree with what you're saying to a certain point. With that being said, I've taken the time to actually click on some of these like top streams that are in some of these categories
for research.
Some of the things that these women are doing are absolutely freaking clever as hell. You know what I mean? Yep. To generate revenue, and they're making a lot of revenue, and I'm like, good for them. You know what I mean? It's like, is that the type of content I would produce? No, because no one would fucking watch it. But no one would want to watch me in a hot tub, okay?
Are you sure
there
about
might
that?
Be not the type of audience that would be a net positive for me. Okay?
Sure.
So,
also, can you imagine spending hours in water? Who the fuck wants to do that?
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, if I looked really good in a bikini, maybe that's what I'd be doing on Twitch. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a pruned penis? I haven't. I don't want to.
I don't know how to answer that question.
It's yes or no question.
I see it daily. I don't know. You guys can't see your penises?
I see my prunes daily, homie. Like, imagine how your fingers get pruned, but that pruning all over your genitalia.
I mean, if you spend enough time in water, it's gonna prune. That's how it works. I have treated like trench foot type stuff and stuff like that before when I was in the Army. Yeah, a little bit.
Does trench foot also smell?
Yeah.
It does? Oh, God.
Yeah. Yes.
You may have just triggered remember the
a
smell.
distant memory. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Sorry,
Jimmy.
buddy. Yeah, it doesn't smell good. No.
Anytime. So I don't know about you guys. My butt crack cannot go more than 1 day without a shower. No matter how good I am about wiping, no matter.
Trust me, when you are in a situation where you can't shower for a week plus, you just deal with it.
How do you deal with the rash? The sensitivity,
You
the
have
chafing.
to use baby wipes and stuff, dude. Like, give yourself a baby wipe. We used to take water bottle showers in Iraq, where we would leave the water bottles out in the sun. We go because there were times where we didn't have running water, so we would leave it out in the sun so it was warm, and then we'd grab a few of them, and then we'd go in. We would shower with a water bottle and get the rest of the grime off with baby wipes.
Damn, that's basically that sounds like me at a music festival. I know being at war is like way more intense.
That's what it is. That's what you do, and you'd be surprised at what you learn to deal with when you're in that situation. But you're right. It's something that we just kind of take for granted living in the world here. But there's plenty of places in the world that people don't get to shower or bathe regularly. You know?
And I don't understand
Portland,
how
Oregon.
anybody functions because
Yeah, Portland, Oregon is a great example. Austin,
anybody
Texas,
at
another great
TwitchCon.
example.
I don't know how people seriously like it. Sometimes it hurts. I don't know what's wrong with the oils that my body is creating, but if I don't shower every day, I get immediate chafing on my butt cheeks just from
You have excessive output of sebaceous glands around your butt cheeks. You have excessive butt sweat.
Is that you
Yes,
be
that's the
medically
thing.
correct? Really?
So, you could have. There are regions in your body where you could have more sebaceous glands than others. You might have. Some people do have large amounts of sebaceous glands around their ass crack, which causes extra chafing, rash, etc. That's a real condition.
Dude, I got fucking big glands in my ass. That's what I'm talking
Unfortunately,
about.
that does not let you like park in the special like parking space or anything at a grocery store. So
That's all right.
you just have
I
to-
have plenty
you
of
just have
other
to go around with a
disabilities.
sweaty ass, man.
That'll let me park there.
It's a disability you're just gonna have to live through.
Dude, real talk though. Music festivals, daily, twice a day routine of baby wiping and baby powdering just to survive out there. Again, no bullets, no napalm, no IEDs, just good music and butt chafing. So it's a little bit different, but holy fuck, yeah. Butt cheeks, man.
I'm sorry, but I have to read this comment from chat. Paul says, I get my anal glands expressed at the vet. Have you ever seen an animal get their anal glands expressed?
Yes, I have.
Oh, dude, we used to have, she died a few months ago, but Cheddar, our wiener dog, we used to have to take her to the vet just for that. We called it getting an oil change. Cheddar's got to get, because once she got past a certain age, her body wouldn't do it, and it was hard for her. So we would just all right, Cheddar, about every 3 months, we'd have to take her into the vet, get an oil change.
Boba had this weird condition, which apparently is pretty common, called fish butt, where depending on what he ate, his anal glands would just leak fucking fish. So this dog would have fucking fish ass.
Oh, gross.
She's
She's
don't
yelling at me.
Don't talk about
That
the
probably
dog behind his
happens
back.
after Boba eats the puke that's tainted with Fireball in your backyard.
So she just yelled at me and said it's because he had diarrhea so often that his anal glands would express a fishy odor. So he's
I'm just watching the fucking viewership just go like this. Active viewers.
Dude, express your dog's anals, all right? Jesus. We pet them, we let them chip, but nobody expresses their anal glands.
You gotta,
what the fuck?
If you see listen, this is a true story. If you see your pet dragging their ass along the ground, you probably need to take them to the vet and have their anal glands changed out.
This is the next category on Twitch. The next meta.
Expressing anal glands.
Expression
Jimmy,
Express yourself.
I've never seen Bishop laugh this hard ever.
I don't think I have
my
either.
God. Holy
Was
shit,
it the anal
man.
glands that got you?
Oh, there's nothing worse than like cuddling with a dog and then it looks at you like it's all like freaked out here. I'll look into the camera like, and then you're like, what happened? And you smell the fish and you're like, oh, get out, go. And it's like, you know, deep down in their soul, they know that they fucked up. They're like, oh my God, what did I just do to my human?
Yeah.
That is the worst thing. And that smell permeates for hours. It does not go away.
Yeah, I'm
Shitting
sure Ruby's
fish.
left some. The worst is if they express it unintentionally. On the like the wall or something.
Yeah.
You don't
or on the
'cause
blankets
it is
when
not
you're
only one
in
is
the
that
bed.
freaking so hard to get out of anything.
Fuck, man.
It is the most disgust. Imagine like it's like poop times 100.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like if you had a spray
it's
bottle
like the
of the
acid
poop
that
smell.
comes out of the alien in Alien.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just smelly.
Just fishy.
Oh.
Anal
God.
So
fish.
if you need any other streaming tips, just let us know. Just let us know in the comments.
Let us know.
Do you know how to express your dog's anal glands in an emergency?
Don't let that explode around you, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh shit.
Anyway.
Next up on the topics list, we have an email was sent out by Twitch a couple days ago via the email service regarding
Can I
DMCAs.
stop you right there? I want you to continue this. I saw you react to this in real time, and it was an email that was sent out to every Twitch partner and every Twitch affiliate, and you responded to one of our favorite informative sources on Twitch, Loco, on Twitter. I saw this shit. And she had posted it, and you were like, "What? Where are you finding it? Where's the source?" And she responded like, "Your email." And it's like, "You goddamn, come on, overreactive Andy Knackers, jeez,
Son of a bitch.
check your fucking email, bro."
I actually have email notifications on my phone turned off.
Oh.
So I don't need that fucking shit going off all day.
I don't have notification, but I check my emails. You know, I just
Okay,
check
but the email went out at 4 a.m. and my tweet was at like 7 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
I thought it was funny because I saw the email and was like, why the fuck did he not get this email? I'm pretty sure this went out to just about everybody. You know?
No, I woke up, went immediately to work, and then when I checked Twitter at work, I saw that. Because anytime I see tweets like that, regardless of who it's from, when I see screenshots of text with no source or no source
without a
cited,
source. Yeah. I
my
get it.
immediate thing is, where's the source? Where's it from?
I know Loco the type of person that she wouldn't put out just random stuff like that.
Right, absolutely.
But in your moment of caffeine-infused Twitter frenzy, that the 5 minutes you had, I can see why you react. I just thought it was funny. 'Cause she didn't take offense to it.
Right.
You know, and she probably knew you hadn't checked your email. It made me laugh. I was like, you stupid fuck.
That I had not. So the
It just
email.
made me laugh.
You know what? Let me fill the air.
Hey.
It's like a tunnel. It's like a tunnel when you're driving on a road trip with your family. As soon as Knacker stops.
All right. Email from Twitch.
Are you going to preface this? Or are you going to read the whole email?
I'm just reading the first paragraph.
Okay. I'm going to use the little boys' room.
Do it.
I'll be right
Do
back.
it. Do it. Do it.
I'm going to express my anal gland.
Express them.
Knackers, our favorite plateaued streamer on Twitch. We are committed to being more transparent with you about DMCA. We recently received a batch of DMCA takedowns notifications with about 1,000 individual claims from music publishers. All of the claims are for VODs, and the vast majority targeting streamers listening to background music while playing video games or IRL streaming. Based on the number of claims, we believe these right holders use automated tools to scan and identify copyrighted music in creators' VODs and clips, which means that they will likely send further notices. We are actively speaking with music labels and about solutions that could work for creators as well as rights holders. This is our first such contact from the music publishing industry. There can be several owners for a single piece of music. And we are disappointed they decided to send takedowns when we are willing and ready to speak to them about solutions. Those last two sentences make me laugh my fucking ass off because Twitch has literally done nothing but sit back and watch all of this unfold. You literally have other platforms like the conglomerate YouTube that went through this like 7 or 8 years ago, when you're going to sit there and go, why is everybody so mad? We're trying to work with you. Bitch, come on. But anyways, so basically all this is saying is, hey, we got a shit ton more notices about streamers that have copyrighted material. They're from VODs. And of course, their response, again, for a second time in a row, is delete all of your VODs. Even though you can still be DMCA'd for deleted content. Now, that hasn't been proven, but that did happen the last time. So I'm very curious to hear if that issue has been fixed or not.
Anytime anything shows up anytime I have a VOD where anything is muted, I always delete the VOD.
Really?
That's been my practice. Yeah. I just delete it right away. Because sometimes things pop up occasionally. If I'm clicking through YouTube or if I'm doing whatever, and I'm not seeking it out, but there are times where, you know what I mean? It's something just pop up briefly and you get flagged, There are times in certain games, there's even retro games you can play where you'll get flagged for playing licensed music.
Yep.
Like DuckTales. Here's a great example. DuckTales for NES. Play DuckTales for NES. There's a track in that game will get you flagged DMCA if you play the level.
Wow.
Yeah. Not for DMCA. It'll flag you to mute it. It won't flag you for DMCA. Sorry. Right. But it'll mute your audio on your stream. So
after
there's games like that out there.
After this email, of course, as soon as big news hits like this on TikTok, all of the big TikTokers immediately go, breaking news for Twitch, DMCA, blah, blah, blah. And the amount of uninformed people in the comments and the stitches is fucking insane to me. It's crazy that Twitch doesn't have any sort of onboarding. Like when you create a Twitch account and when you go to your creator dashboard, why is there not something that's like, hey, be careful about what you stream. Be careful about the music you play. Like there's no flag whatsoever about like, hey, this could potentially fuck you in the ass. And maybe it's hidden somewhere in the terms of service and it's just not flashy enough. But it's still crazy to me that there are still people that are coming to the platform new and don't have any idea. Like there's no knowledge that I can't play content that I don't own. But I think that
which essentially is what Twitch is all about in a lot of ways, because look at video games.
Right.
Most of my content is playing video games. Well, I don't own any of those games, and yet I'm playing those games live and displaying them. Although I think the argument has been made and even proven that by doing that, like video games have been making more and more money every year because people enjoy and they like that kind of content.
Yeah, the big difference is game developer companies know the value of Twitch
as opposed to music companies,
right?
Or movies and TV and that sort of shit, right? Yeah,
and
I get it.
I understand that there's a little bit of a difference because a video game is the prime content, and then music is like for 90% of Twitch a supplementary asset where it's either just playing in the background or something.
Now, I don't watch a lot of music streamers. I have very few that I watch.
Yeah, I don't either. I used to have a lot of DJs that I watched, but I've just found I just like music in general. I just don't listen to a whole lot of wide range of music.
Yeah, I saw this email. The thing that I took two things out of it. The second one was the ending where it seems like Twitch is like, oh, we're trying our best and they're just not working with us. It's like, yeah, no shit. You built a platform that allows people to steal music. Well, not necessarily steal the music, but illegally repurpose music for financial gain, right? Whether it be supplementary or it be like the main, like someone just DJing and playing, the top 10 hot hits list. Twitch is guilty of building the platform that allows users to do that. So the music industry, yeah, they're assholes, but it's Twitch's responsibility to clearly build a system that prevents, like just like YouTube had to do, where they built a platform that prevented you from posting videos if you were using copyrighted music. So I don't really feel bad for Twitch. I think that they need to come up with a solution. It is really annoying because a lot of these companies, these music record labels, and they make the rules, right? They make the rules. They work with legislators to enforce the rules. and that's just the way that it is. This whole DMCA thing doesn't really make sense. The DMCA agreement doesn't make sense if you compare it against how the internet works in today's day and age. Yeah, maybe the music industry could make more money if they worked with Twitch streamers or found some sort of way to, license music. I remember back when I was a kid making YouTube videos, I wanted to use an audio track, and I tried everything possible to contact the record label to use the song, and up to the point where I was even offering 100% of the revenue from the video because I knew I was going to make no money. But let's say a large creator gives 20% of their revenue to the music industry, and they can post videos like Fortnite edits with the music in the background. I think that there's a huge revenue stream. I just don't think that they care to. The music industry doesn't care to figure out those logistics because they're making enough money. The system that they built, that they're maintaining, makes sense to them, so that there's no reason for them to change. Go ahead.
Do you agree with the reasoning? The music industry just doesn't understand. Like, it's free advertising. Like, do you agree with somebody saying I should be able to play whatever music I want? It's free advertising for them.
No.
Okay, I don't either.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't think that just because you're utilizing someone's thing, it acts as free advertisement. I think if you take that same logic and you compare it to like a designer's work, where a designer produces a piece of content for someone, and then they use that piece of content, whether it be emotes, thumbnails, whatever it may be, without compensation, and then they make money in return for using those pieces of content.
Yeah.
I think the logic doesn't make sense. For games, for like indie developers, they need some sort of network to be able to market their games, so they allow us to use their games and play their games on stream. And the same thing goes with gaming has figured out that influencers can actually influence other people to purchase and play their game.
Mm-hmm.
Where the music industry doesn't necessarily look that way. Like they don't see it that way because they think that the experience of the stream is predicated on the music that's playing in the background. The music sets the mood in the background, or it creates an environment or a memory, right? Like let's say your alert is a song from a certain movie. It influences the viewer to think in a certain way, and it's a part of the experience, right? So it doesn't really. I don't think users, in any trackable metric yet, I don't think users listen to music and then convert that listen while watching a stream into a purchase. I don't think that happens. I think that happens regularly with games. So if someone's sitting watching me play Valorant and I have a knife in my hand that's a knife that you can buy a skin for, they might go and buy that because they think it looks cool on my stream and they want to be similar to me if I'm a big streamer. I don't think it works the same with streamers, right? Because it doesn't increase the amount of people that, let's say Ninja's playing a song and I hear it on his stream. I'm going to open up my Spotify and maybe mark that song or add it to my playlist.
Right.
But I'm not going to go and subscribe to Spotify to listen to that song. So it's not creating any additional revenue, I don't believe. So for small music labels, it makes sense. But like we'll just compare it to indie game developers, it makes sense for them. Upcoming artists, it makes sense, but the UMGs of the world and the Sonys of the world, they don't really care about.
But
streaming.
even the large developers in the world have made use of influencers on Twitch. Like EA even has plenty of influencers on Twitch. I'm friends with one.
Right. Well, gaming figured out that they can translate that into sales. I don't think that there's any direct evidence. I'm just arguing
the fact that it's not just on Twitch or whatever. In the game development world, it's on all levels, even the big AAA producers.
Right.
Not,
we're
in the music world, not so much. Yeah.
They figured out that they can actually sell products based on letting influencers use their product to create content. Right. I don't think the music industry is going to put the effort into that. They probably looked at it and they're like, there's no reasonable metric to track. It probably hurts us more than it supports us, which is why they probably haven't put any effort into it.
Which goes to show how small the Twitch world actually is in compared to the rest of the earth.
I mean, just look at the biggest Twitch streamer in the world. Take the top 10 biggest Twitch streamers in the world, all of the revenue that they've made throughout their career, and then compare it to Drake.
Right.
We're not even talking the same realm of income, right? It's not even remotely the same. The guy's got like a $500 million mansion versus, these kids that can buy like a $2-3 million house. So I think, Yeah, I think it's just like the scope of understanding that music doesn't need to do anything. They don't need to work with Twitch. They don't need to work with YouTube, because YouTube and Twitch need the music industry more than the music industry needs Twitch or YouTube.
100%.
Unless, and that doesn't apply to like smaller labels. Obviously, social media can create a strum. Like using songs on TikToks can blow those songs up.
That's been the
so they
coolest
need
fucking thing to see.
Yeah. Yeah. So they need UMG and Sony and all these big music licensing companies. They should utilize these social platforms. They probably do utilize it, but it's under their control and not in the control of a content creator, right? So that's just, and I mean, we could go back to very beginning podcasts that I was on talking about all of this sort of stuff, and it's not changing. I don't think it's going to change for a while. The only thing that might change it is if companies with more money try to lobby and get legislators to change the DMCA law, because the DMCA is there to protect companies like UMG and Sony and all those companies.
Right.
So that was the second thing I took out of it, just because that was a little later in that paragraph that they sent. The first thing was that and we talked about this on the last podcast, they highlighted that the 1,000 takedowns that they had, so the number of takedowns, it was about 1,000 from different sources. They didn't outline, where those came from or what those were specifically. But 1,000, like I mentioned in the last podcast, isn't a ton, but it's enough to be like, okay, that's troublesome, because we don't know if those are top streamers. We don't know where those are coming from. But 1,000 takedown notices in a short period of time, if that's recurring or if there's any plan for that to recur, that could significantly alter, Twitch. So imagine those those 1,000 DMCA takedowns are your top streamers. All of a sudden, you don't have any. The majority of Twitch's income probably comes from 0.001% of the streamers, right? So if those people are being targeted, Twitch has a problem. The thing that the second piece of that part one, the second part of part one, is that they specifically labeled that it came from VODs and clips, right? It was VODs and clips, which I thought was interesting, because on the last podcast we talked about, we kind of went back and forth, and Knackers took the position of being like, hey, don't play any copyrighted music on your stream. Jimmy, who also agrees with him, he's a little bit more lackadaisical, and he's like, we'll see what happens, with some of the things that he has in his stream. He has a decent understanding. He tries his best to avoid DMCA. I've sent him a YouTube link in his chat before, and he didn't click on it because he was afraid. So he's not an idiot.
Good boy. Pretty good. I've had no strikes. No strikes. Just a few muted clips and VODs.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I always delete those. So
yeah, but he's not a proponent of just communicating DMCA constantly on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not like Knackers. He's like, DMCA!
I'll do it until I fucking die.
Yeah, but
everybody's laughing now. Everybody's fucking laughing and smiling and having a great time.
He's gonna be the last streamer. He's the last streamer on the island. But so I took the kind of middle place, and I said, if you're going to stream, or if you're going to stream copyrighted content like music in the background of your stream, use every tool that you can to prevent yourself from being caught. Right. So that doesn't mean that I'm saying, hey, use use copyrighted content. I'm not telling you to do that, because that's idiotic and I would never do that. But from what this message says, this email, it is clear that they have outlined VODs and clips as the source of the DMCA takedowns and not live takedowns. Now, this doesn't mean that live takedowns aren't coming or aren't continuing to happen as we go. But it's interesting because they're specifically labeling VODs, which means if you're utilizing the tool that they gave us with OBS to remove the music tracks from the VOD tracks, you could be protected from this impending DMCA takedown. Not totally, not entirely, but it would be like wearing a bulletproof vest while getting shot at. Like you might stop a few bullets.
That's a good analogy, yeah. But it depends.
But,
I mean, the reality is a bulletproof vest can only stop a certain caliber bullet.
Right.
And if you got a big enough freaking, company coming after you, and you're not somebody that's a big time streamer or whatever, shit. Yeah, they're gonna protect, like you said, they're gonna protect those, 0.1% streamers, because that's the majority of their revenue on Twitch, of course. I get that. However, yeah, man, you got to be careful. Make sure that you, don't put in a bunch of copyrighted licensed music in your shit. It's just not good. It's not a good idea.
Twitch does not mention the use of utilizing the second track in that email at all.
No.
Which
No,
Well, of course not. Why would they?
Yeah, just to clarify, I'm not saying that is a direct. The fact that they reference VODs and clips isn't a direct correlation to them providing that tool through OBS. What I'm saying is that there's a clear place that these DMCA takedowns are coming from, which is VODs and clips, and that
because
tool
they don't
allows you to
have
avoid
the
that.
they don't have the capacity to monitor all these streams live, but they do have the capacity once the recordings are there to have a bot sift through them.
Yeah.
You know, it was mentioned, and Kyle was mentioning it in chat, and that's exactly what they can do. That's where the DMCA takedowns are coming from.
Yeah, the thing that I mentioned to Casey today when I was talking about this topic with her is that it's a lot easier to find information in a library than to hear it while people are walking through the streets, right?
Correct.
It's a lot harder to capture unless it's documented. And that's what VODs and clips are. They're just documented versions of your content, right? Where live is just something that's persistent. So
I would say that it's a lot easier to collect information walking around when every single person has a device in their pocket that is capturing that. That's the thing, is we don't know what method they're using to scan, because when you have computers, there's only so many people in the world. There are an infinite amount of instances of computers in the world. You can just spin up virtual machines left and right. So I found it interesting that Twitch kind of worded this email as if they don't know what tools that these people are using, which makes me think, do they not know because they don't want us to know that they know, or do they not know because the companies that are having these tools built to do these scannings, they're privately owned, or they're consulted or commissioned, right? So that's kind of what got my brain going on that as well, because we have no fucking idea what manner they're using to scan.
Well, and that's why, so we don't beat this horse too dead, I feel like, the best general practice is don't use licensed content. And if you are going to use licensed content, because you're just dead set on it, make sure that you're using the tools available to you to help protect you a little bit more, so that way they can't go after your VODs and clips. Like you can easily separate an audio stream on Twitch. If you're using stuff, you better be at the least be doing that, because
Crocs Not Pockets does not endorse that message.
No, I am not even endorsing it myself. I'm just saying.
Then why are you saying it, Jimmy?
I'm saying it's a thing you could do.
Because the reality is as much as you provide information to someone, they are not going to use it. The average streamer the person that's watching the stream that is a streamer is not going to listen to us saying don't use copyrighted music, because they don't know the extent of copyrighted content. Like my personal recommendation is to funnel, if you're streaming through OBS, funnel every audio track except for your voice through the system that doesn't save it in as a VOD or into your VODs and clips, because then at least it protects you from if something pops up, you're protected to a certain extent. You're taking some sort of precaution. Yeah. I couldn't remember the word. Precaution to prevent yourself from being caught, right? I think the way that I worded it last time is, it's like, if you're going to steal something, me telling you not to steal something is not going to stop you. But don't post pictures of it and stream it. Like, don't post pictures of it and document
exactly.
it.
That's the kind of thing I'm telling you. It's like,
yeah.
If you're gonna here's the conversation I'm having. It's the same sort of conversation. If you're gonna torrent shit off the internet, I can't stop you and download games, music, media, whatever. But if you're gonna do something like that, you better be using a fucking VPN, you idiot. If you're in 2021 and you're torrenting and downloading shit, I used to torrent all the time. Many years ago, I used to download all kinds of shit.
LimeWire, man.
Yeah, I used to be on the old frickin' LimeWire. I used to be on the old
like,
Napster.
I've never downloaded anything in my life.
But
dude, I used to have 20 terabytes worth of pirated content.
Oh yeah, I had a ton of shit.
Pirate content. Yeah.
But
photos of pirates.
once you got to learn about what you need to do to protect yourself if you're doing that sort of thing, right? If you're breaking the law and brazenly breaking the law, you probably want to not just it's like at least sweep your footprints away. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, if
Yeah.
you're gonna break the law, you better just, rub it down so you don't leave your fingerprints all over the fucking place. You know?
It's like that Dave Chappelle skit where he gets pulled over for speeding and he goes, sorry, officer, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
yeah. Yeah.
So interesting.
I'm not endorsing doing these things. I'm just saying.
No, I know you guys aren't. I know.
I know that it's like one of those things. Like, it just really kind of depends on where. It's like this weird thing. I feel totally different about pirating music media than I did when I was in my early 20s. You know what I mean? Like, I feel totally different about things nowadays than I did a while back.
It was because we were ignorant to what the hell we were doing at that point.
Well,
I think we now
that's part of it. Yeah.
I think it's popular culture to understand what DMCA is, right? Most people
Yeah.
have tried to publish some sort of content at some point that gets taken down, whether it be them at a club, be like, hey, we're chilling. Hey, guys, on Facebook, how's it going? And then that gets taken down, and they're like, what the fuck, man? Who the fuck took my video down? You know? And then they're
Because
like,
in the background, they're playing some dance song
R.
that's all
Kelly,
over the
baby.
radio.
yeah, they're playing R.
dumbass.
Kelly, and R. Kelly gets pissed off, man.
So
Who's gonna pay R. Kelly to piss in the sheets if
Who's
it's
gonna
not your
pay
MV,
R.
man?
Kelly to like traumatize and sexually abuse other people?
Who's going to pay
Right.
R. Kelly to do anything nowadays? Is he officially in prison yet?
No,
I don't know. If
Who
he's
knows,
not, he
man?
needs to be.
Yeah.
Where is Carmen San
San
Diego? Where is R. Kelly right now? Is R. Kelly still in jail February 10th? Racketeering?
Jesus, dude, that guy had.
Wow,
all
they got him
kinds
on
of stuff going
racketeering and not sexual assault and abuse.
It's so funny because I will always just remember this clip. He was on some fucking like 60-minute show or some sort of like super cinematic emotional interview, and he's like, I'm fighting for my life. I didn't do that shit. And then like all this evidence came out. No, homie, you definitely did that shit.
Dude, the guy is a total piece of shit. He's a total piece
yeah.
of shit. And fuck, but that's interesting that they got him on racketeering. Wow,
Right.
That's pretty. I mean, that means he's gonna be in prison for a long time.
Crocs and Hot Pockets podcast. If you're gonna steal content, make sure it's R. Kelly's, because fuck that guy.
Because fuck R. Kelly.
No fucking label is
Fuck
going
that
after that.
guy. Yeah.
Fucking R. Kelly. You know what? It's
Anyway.
crazy. All of those like R&B dudes that were fucking gods, like all the girls that had fucking Usher tattooed on their fucking tits in high school. Oh my god.
Wait, you knew girls that had Usher
had
tattooed
Usher-
on their
wait.
tits? Usher tattoos? Tattoos? Knackers? Where did he grow up, man?
I was making a joke that just girls liked
yeah,
Usher and R. Kelly and fucking
Yo,
Usher,
they fell from
R.
grace,
Kelly.
Let's move to the
Akon.
next category. I want to talk about this next one.
We're talking about high school, Jimmy.
Hey,
Fuck
man,
your
we're
high
talking about
school
R. Kelly and
experience.
his sheets, man. Who
Shut
made
up.
his bed, dude?
How do you strike through?
Alt Shift S or no Alt Shift 5.
How do
You can
remember
do
that
it. You can
shit?
do it. You can
So as
do
we're on a little
it.
hiatus here, we're going to
Boom.
get a new topic. Remember, you have to secrete your dog's
Okay, I'm going to
anal
start the next
gland.
topic.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So Twitch has added a new feature, which I don't even know. Let me look at your stream right now. Are you even using any of these?
No,
Hackers?
no.
You don't have like no tags?
Hey, you should tag parent because you have Jimmy on here, dude.
What the fuck? That's actually not
Boomers.
a tag.
Boomers talking. The
There's
tag.
no tag for parents, actually.
What?
I don't see any tag on your stream. Well, at least on
English.
desktop. Is it showing does it show in mobile?
No.
Oh, I see English tag. Never mind. Okay, so Twitch has just added like a shit ton of tags that you can use on Twitch now, which is great for differentiation and being able to find certain things on Twitch.tv. These motherfuckers. They both just left?
Hey, man, I was trying to find something and I didn't have any tags to find it. But now
You're
I'm
an
back.
Did he go to get his air tags?
Maybe.
Did you go get your fucking dude? If you go to get your air tags, you're fired.
I got
from
air
the
tags.
stream. I know you do. You like to talk talk all your Apple shit.
Did you just buy something?
Okay. Twitch has added a bunch of tags, including for me personally, which I'm now using, VTuber, which is great. Although it is funny going through the VTuber category because it's mostly a bunch of waifu anime girls.
Yeah.
Occasional
And
animals.
you're not?
And then beer. Then there's me. So
You're in a good place,
VTuber. And then I use another great tag that I've been using now is the ally tag they added because I never felt right using the LGBTQIA plus tag or anything like that because I didn't want to be that person taking away from. But I also wanted people to know that, well, I am an ally. Shit, my brother's trans, and I'm an ally. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a cool thing that they added.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I would like them to add a parent tag. I think that'd be a cool thing for them to add on Twitch. If you could identify with other parents. Mom Games Hard started one of those things like the Twitch questions polls or whatever. I went and signed that. I like it. I really do like that. It allows people to differentiate and become more inclusive. It's something that a lot of people have been asking for a very, 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 very long time. And it's just long overdue. And they've added a bunch of stuff, and they're going to be adding more. I don't know. I think it's really good. I think that it's again another step in the right direction. I feel like I don't know if it's the same people making these decisions, but I feel like PR for Twitch lately has been a lot better than it's been in the last year, as of late, in the last
Like
month
the past month, yeah.
Yeah, in like the last month, it's been pretty good. They've been making some smart decisions.
In
my opinion, that's. I just wanted to bring it up. I think it's great. I like the fact that I can click on a category now and find other VTubers. Even though most of the people in that category I'm not really into, I have found a couple other unique streamers in the VTuber category that are not anime waifus. So
can we get an uwu from you?
A what?
Can we get an uwu? Don't you have an uwu? All right, there
Didn't
it is.
hear it.
We heard it.
Didn't hear anything.
Yeah, it cut off.
Oh well.
But I just went into the search for one of the categories. I didn't realize this, but you can click on a category. So, for instance, you can click on just chatting.
Did you hear that?
No.
Nope.
Oh wow. Okay.
Everything's fucked, man. It's broken. But you can click on tags in those categories. So, for instance, let's say I only speak Russian. I can click the Russian tag and then also hop to other categories, and it only shows me Russian content in there. So, if you're unable to understand any other language, it would be nice, or maybe a helpful.
It just makes
tool.
it easier to find the content you want to watch. And the truth is, the vast majority of the time, I'm watching other streamers that I'm already followed or subbed to, or whatever.
Right.
But I do spend some time actually looking specifically for certain types of content, whether it's a certain game I'm watching or just a certain category. It does have, and having the ability to search by that now is incredible. It's really nice. So I think good on Twitch for finally implementing that.
So I'm the complete opposite, not an opinion of tags. I think the tags thing is amazing, but I think I've never gone to Twitch and searched for anything. I've never.
You never go and see like a game you're interested in?
Nope.
I search for games a lot. Like I'll type in a game and then I'll just look. That's how I got into Twitch even.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously gaming is kind of taking a back seat as far as Twitch goes for me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've never, I don't want to say never, but very, very rarely do I go to Twitch and actually search for a type of content. 99% of the time, like you, Jimmy, I'm watching somebody that I already know because I'm not after a category of content when I am searching on Twitch. I'm going after a streamer. I'm looking for a personality.
I'm looking for somebody who you enjoy watching no matter what they're doing.
But
yeah, I get you.
So with that being said, Knackers, maybe this will change that culture within Twitch because that is something that has been the regular use case for a user is we find other streamers based on who gets hosted or who gets rated or who's playing with the other person. Or for instance, sometimes it trickles over from YouTube and other platforms or TikTok. But I think if you look at your following list right now, or even just look at who you follow, most of those people you could probably pinpoint back to how you found them. And most of the time it comes from other hosts and other streams. But I don't know if that's a byproduct of Twitch just having terrible search in the past, right? It's been almost impossible to find people. Where most recently with these changes, right, with the tags and stuff like that, it might actually make it a little bit easier for people to find the streamers that could cater content towards them.
Well, so we talked about this a little bit when we were going over the discoverability on the last podcast.
Yeah.
When you end a YouTube video, you have 10 to 15 different creators and videos that the platform is recommending to you based on X, Y, and Z. Not only that, but if you just let your video autoplay, it will automatically pick you another thing. So you're correct in where the culture around Twitch is. We are allowing you and your fellow creators to direct where you're going next. Whereas like Twitch has a complete hands-off experience that they are getting better. Like when you go to the homepage, like just when I was looking at it right there when we were searching for hot tubs, it said, now that Jetpack Mochi is offline, here are X amount of creators that you may enjoy. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Weenie, when she's been watching Grand Theft Auto Roleplay recently, she goes over to the left panel where all of the recommended streams are, and she's been finding new people to watch.
Dude, I found a really great streamer yesterday. Partnered streamer I'd never come across. It was in my recommended channels.
Does he play Skyrim?
A lady. It was a lady.
Charmed Byron.
It was a lady.
Charmed Byron.
No. And she's a partnered streamer. She's a cosplayer and video game player and everything else. And close to my age. I think she's in her late 30s. And I just popped in her channel, was just conversating, having a good time, and I was like, hey, here's the follow. I appreciate someone gifted me a sub in their community. It's like, I appreciate, how kind I was hung out there for 30 minutes. I streamed later. She ended up raiding my channel.
Poggers.
It was just one of those things. Almost every time I've gone into a recommended channel, if I've actually taken the time to go, they've actually been some good channels, like some really like good. And I know this is totally anecdotal from my own experience. It just took me aback. It's like Twitch said, hey, go hang out here. I did. I spent half an hour there, had a really good time, was gifted a sub, and then this same streamer raided me later at the start of my stream when I was streaming with my son last night. And I was so
is Twitch discoverability getting good, kid?
I think discoverability on Twitch is getting better. I really do.
Wow.
I think that they're finding that they have an algorithm now that's starting to help. I'm not saying it's anywhere close to TikTok's algorithm because, god damn, I spent too many hours watching TikToks in the last week
Rate
or so.
TikTok out of 10 right now.
I can't. 12, because I honestly want to delete it off my phone because I spend too much time. I spend too much fucking time. I will lose an
Watching
hour.
Renegade.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'll go to the bathroom, and then you'll be like, oh shit, and then like your legs are going numb, and I'm like, oh fuck, I've been watching TikToks in the bathroom for forever. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know why we went there, but
don't you love how it just feeds you the most random, super interesting
it does.
shit?
And mine is the weirdest. Like my For You is so random and yet fits. It's hilarious.
Yep.
I have two things to talk about that are kind of related to that, but not to derail us. But I just opened up an incognito for Twitch. On the front page, the first thing is Fortnite. They're doing a broadcast, so that's relatively interesting to someone that might be interested in that. There's a Minecraft stream by Captain Puffy. Moist Critical's on there. Sykuno, Valorant, Aiden Ross, who's a GTA RP streamer, and Amaranth in a hot tub.
Interesting.
I may or may not have an Amaranth tab open on one of my monitors.
There is a category that is part of this. So basically, you have like the header with if you go there now,
I know my wife's not going to walk in because she knows we're podcasting.
There's a header with channels that they think you'll like, which is where those channels that I just listed. And there's categories underneath that, and then just underneath that, it's all aboard the hype train, and they're all hot tub streamers.
A hype train.
Yeah,
there's a thing on Twitch. You can look.
That's
Get
amazing.
this. Here's some other crazy shit. So you mentioned the hype train tag. Twitch will automatically apply to the tag to active hype trains on Twitch. Right?
That's kind of
cool.
cool.
You know that, Knackers? It's not something you can apply yourself. If you're in the middle of a hype train tag goes onto your stream. People seek out that tag and will just go in and randomly just drop bits on people.
Really?
And subs. It happened to me. I had someone that said, I came here for the hype train tag. And they were brand new. They never said a thing, and they came in and dropped like 1,000 bits.
So I wonder if you got a hype train from that accidental 100 gifted subs when you're offline. You're like offline hype trained.
Yeah, probably not because it's timed out. I wonder what's going to happen to me. Like, I guess, I mean, I don't mind if Twitch takes the money back, but I'm like, oh my God, man. I mean, you know?
Oh my God. Okay, so I went to the homepage of Twitch in incognito to see what was going on. And the number one stream under the hype train is a lady called Victoria. And I noticed the logo because it's Victoria from Serious Gaming. And it looks as if Victoria has taken over the Serious Gaming Twitter and Twitch account, and now it's just all adult content. And which is just I didn't know what happened between them. There was a shit ton of drama.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh man, Serious Gaming has been around for a really long time. I would say they've probably been streaming on Twitch for 10 years. It was a husband and wife streaming 10 to 12 hours a day, doing a lot of drunk streams, like drinks for subs.
And then it was a messy breakup. And
at this point, it's probably a messy breakup. There was domestic abuse. There was fake sexual assault claims. And not from who you would expect. Just a lot of drama, and it looks like that she has taken over the channel and still flourishing apparently. But hot tub stream as well. But I just like, you know how you know of a channel because they're so drama ridden for a long time, and then you don't hear anything. This was me experiencing them coming back into my virtual life, totally ran. And I know 42 might hear this because he knows about Serious Gaming hardcore, and it's probably gonna blow his fucking mind.
Nice.
There's also a dude with massive honkers.
Yeah, I saw that. I was about to Isidore. Yeah, that guy's killing it, man.
Yeah.
Woo. Let's go, baby.
All right, we made it. What was it again? Alt Shift and S.
Alt Shift 5 for strike through.
How the fuck do you remember that?
Dude, I'm a hotkey god. I don't fuck around.
Okay, Emmett Shear, that's the CEO of Twitter, right?
Yeah, so the only part that I wanted to bring up for that was that his Twitter bio no longer says CEO of Twitch.
What?
Yeah.
Or CEO of Twitch is what I meant to say, yeah. Jack Dorsey is Twitter. But you wrote Twitter on here. But you wrote the Twitter because you were talking about his Twitter. Did he get knocked off of Twitch?
I don't know. It doesn't say, but maybe. I'm going to his Twitter account again just to be sure. It says twitch.tv in his link still, like the link portion.
So you just basically just threw a rumor up in for talking.
No, it's not a rumor. It's a fact. It does not say Twitch CEO in his Twitter bio anymore.
Maybe he just didn't put it in his Twitter bio.
It's been in there for the past 7 years, and now all of a sudden it's gone. Listen,
Maybe you know somebody who's the new Twitch CEO, somebody real close to you, somebody with a mustache.
This is why I disguised myself as the most plateaued streamer of all time. I am now CEO.
Maybe they haven't been able to reveal it yet, huh?
Maybe. But that would be super interesting because I've had a lot of differing opinions than this man. I know nothing about running a multi-million-dollar company, let alone being a CEO of it, but holy fuck. There's just some things I haven't agreed with, but that's all right. That's how life goes. But anyways, moving on to the next.
Cool.
This is something that I'm actually kind of super excited about. There hasn't been a lot of features that Twitch has announced recently that have been like super gung-ho. I was super gung-ho about when you go into a channel and you're brand new and you could tap a button and it would say that you were brand new. I was so fucking excited for that because I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I never fucking got the feature. Years.
I never got it either.
Oh my god! It made me so mad.
I just saw that this chant thing for the first time today in someone else's channel. I don't have access to that feature.
I don't either. Shocker. But anyways, the chant feature is basically like something happens and then somebody can chant and then you can press a button and chant the same thing. So somebody can like chant Cox and then you click the button and then you automatically chant Cox and then all of chat can kind of chant together.
I like the idea, but they haven't said. I don't know anything about this feature. I literally saw it hours before this podcast for the first time. I saw it show up at someone's channel. I'm like, how the fuck do you chant? Like,
Yeah.
I never even seen this before.
One of us.
Did you see it? Did you know?
I've not seen it in action yet. No.
I've seen it one time. It happened hours before this podcast.
Did it look cool?
I mean, it was kind of cool.
Did anyone join
It was
in?
a partnered streamer that had like 300 something viewers in their channel. When I
Okay.
saw it. So
Yeah, I mean, I think
cool.
for one, either engaging or receiving in a raid, it's kind of a super cool way to rally
Yeah.
people up.
I could see that. Like, that's like, it takes over for like a raid thing. You can start a chant and then just keep it going. I mean, that's cool.
No.
Because here's the thing, and I'm not trying to make it out like I'm like some super big time, okay? Because I'm not super big time. However,
Okay, dude.
there are
Good one.
times where I'm playing video games where chat is flying fast as fuck, and I literally can't keep up with it. It's going too fast for me. I usually can keep up, but there have been times where I cannot keep up. You are a huge big time streamer. That's literally the moment you hit go live. For me, it happens very rarely, but it does happen. You know. So I think this is a cool way that you can make some interaction if you have a real fast moving chat. I think it doesn't really make sense for a real small stream to have a chance because you're not only going to have 3 people in your channel. You know what I mean? But if
Right.
you're in a larger stream that has a real active audience, it's a great idea. You know, it's a great thing.
Or if you have a show, say like Sushi Dragon, where chat interaction is a massive, massive part. Super cool way just to integrate more first party
God, I
features.
love that guy's channel, man. His fucking warehouse is insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God.
I was really worried about him, about how he was going to continue after the first DMCA apocalypse. I mean, he's obviously one of the most creative people that I've ever seen on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
But he's creative while also basing his content off of copyrighted material. And he proved that he belonged on this platform and just kept flourishing. Got that warehouse. He just did a stream with Code Miko, who's a big streamer that's blown up recently, also a VTuber of sorts. And
Yeah, I know who that is. She's actually her rig is really impressive.
Very, very. She's
Like
smart as
very
fuck.
impressive. Huh?
Is she your idol?
No, I think that it's
That's
it's cool.
quite
Like her
frankly
rig
kind of
is
rude.
way
I
more
think she
impressive
should
than
be
mine.
your idol.
She
Yeah,
has
Jimmy.
full body tracking with like
Wow.
a head. I mean, a special thing just for her head that she wears. Like it's pretty impressive what she does with her.
So what you're
streams.
saying
Like,
is with all of
from
the
a technical
effort,
standpoint, it's way more impressive than what I do.
right? So with all of
That's
that
not saying
considered,
much.
she's still not your idol.
She's not my idol, no, because I wouldn't want to do what she does. I'm just saying from the
Yeah,
technical
yeah.
side.
I'm just fucking with you.
If
Yeah.
I wanted to like I could wear a fucking bodysuit that is mapped to my camera and a fucking headpiece for my intricate head interactions. I could,
Yeah.
but do I want to do that? No.
I mean,
I don't want to fucking get in a bodysuit every time I'm gonna stream on an avatar. You
if
kidding
you
me?
were, listen, man, if someone was like, "Hey, I'm going to give you $250,000 to invest in your production," you'd be
Now,
like, "I'll put a suit on."
That
man."
would be different because that's
put the fucking
$250,000.
suit on,
I don't
man.
have $250,000, Bish. I don't.
Right.
I paid for all this out of the kindness of my community and my own money.
Wait, you don't have $250,000? Jesus, I thought you were a
Damn,
partner, dude.
Sadly, I do not. you know?
Yikes! You got to hit up Ninja, dude.
I do. I need to call him up.
Yeah, hit him up. Get on your partner
That's
phone.
what they give you. I told you guys. Once you make partner, they give you Ninja's cell phone. So I'm gonna call him. I'll call him after the podcast. They do. When you make Twitch partner, get Ninja's cell phone number, and all goes out to all Twitch partners.
What is a feature that you would like to see get added? What is something that you've been longing for on the Twitch platform?
That's a really good question. Well, besides, we already talked about the tags, and obviously there's some other tags that I want to get. I would like. I don't know, man. That's a really good question.
I want dual monitor. I want like dual display support. I want to be able to send my camera.
Oh,
to,
you mean through the actual software?
Yeah,
You
like
wanna be
I
able to do
want
that,
OBS
yeah.
to be able to send.
Yo, you got freaking Obs Jim coming to talk to you. You can go say, "Hey, bitch, you need to get on this
He
shit."
never reveals any secrets. He keeps that shit
I know.
down tight.
know.
I'd like to be able to either send an overlay to one screen and a gameplay to another, or cam to one. So if somebody wants to turn off camera completely, they can.
Multiple outputs would be a nice thing.
Yeah.
And M. Johnson's saying in chat too, like if you could
Hawaiian,
separate your game audio versus your mic audio in the actual stream itself, so the viewers can adjust it.
Yeah,
would be a huge thing. And I know that technically speaking, that could be difficult. But I feel like that could be a way to really just, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think honestly, I couldn't think of something because I've been so far outside of the realm on a lot of this stuff because I haven't streamed as recently as you guys or as often as you guys. But I think that was definitely something that when I was streaming, I was like, man, they should have something like this, just an option. So if let's say you're streaming and it's covering some piece of data, you can just grab the webcam and kind of reposition them however you want.
Oh my god, that's such a great idea too. I just saw the chat pet cam tag. Holy shit.
Pet cam?
A pet cam tag.
Oh my.
Because all those people that have like the little webcam with their pet in it while they're streaming. Oh, that'd be great. Like you could drop that because Ruby or Casey could have the pet cam tag.
You know what I should just have a 24/7 stream that is just Ruby sitting in her bed just hanging out.
It would probably be more popular than your own stream.
100%, dude. Honestly, I saw this one that was just owls sitting in a barn, and I was like, man,
God,
I should
just busting. I'm busting
no,
his balls.
I was actually
Not busting,
considering.
Busting's working.
I was actually considering.
Busting.
No joke. I was like, do you know, what'd be a good stream? Like, I sit and I overlook from where I'm sitting. I sit and I overlook a whole street. And the way that the street, like I play City Skylines and some other management games, the way that the street is organized is so fucking bad that literally at any time in the day, I can see an accident. It's that bad. It's basically a two-way that merges onto a 4-lane one-way with a bus lane, but the left lane turning lane that's further down the road merges into 4 lanes, but it's 2 turning lanes. So basically what ends up happening is that turning lane, 2 cars are trying to turn left and they always go out into the bus lane and they always cause an accident. It's hard to explain, but literally if I set up a camera and had it just persistent, we could probably see an accident or 2 every day.
Dude, YouTube channel of just accidents.
Accidents. Dude, I see it all day long. It is actually insane.
There's a YouTube channel dedicated, and Weenie can correct me if I'm wrong. There is a bridge somewhere in Ohio that's like a 10-foot bridge, and I think the YouTube channel is called 10-Foot Bridge, and it's a security camera that just records this bridge, and then they upload compilations of trucks getting their tops ripped off because they don't know the height of their truck compared to this bridge.
Oh my god.
We have a bridge in my town that is the same way. If trucks get stuck in it all the time because they don't read the warnings. And there's a train track that goes over it. It goes through the middle of my town, dude. It happens like once every other week. Yeah.
This gets wrecked.
It's funny. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. But they right next to it is a very popular tourist destination, right where mine's at. So people always make this left turn, then they cut across like 3 lanes of traffic, and it's just like I sit, and you can ask Casey about this. I just sit at the window watching it all day long, and I'm just like, oh. I could probably watch for the remainder of this podcast and wait for one and catch one. Like that's how often I see an accident happen.
God damn.
It's so dumb. And then recently right before COVID, they changed the 4-lane to have a bus lane, which makes it even worse because it forces all of the cars into the lanes to the left of that. And it just creates more fucking havoc. Because people get in the bus lane, they realize when they're in the bus lane, they freak out. And then there's like a concrete barrier that separates the bus lane from it's like a little curb, bus lane from the main lane. So they get in the bus lane, they're like, oh fuck, I'm in the bus lane. And they turn left and they just rip their wheels off. Like they just jump over the curb and fuck their cars up. It's
get fucked.
Yeah. So I need to do that. I think I'll just maybe Casey and I will move and I'll just have a live stream. I'll just keep the apartment and just stream it the entire time. Like just have this apartment dedicated to just that perspective.
It'll pay for itself. By the way, do you have a plan to move anytime soon?
We've been on month to month for a while. We're kind of tired where we live. We're tired of the area that we live in, but it's always like we're not married to the location at all. We're just kind of like
gotta wait till you find the right fit.
Yeah.
Would you move out of state? Because neither of you are employment tied to where you're living, right?
No, It just depends. It depends on where. We both really like this place, like being in Oregon. I've obviously lived in Arizona before, and I don't think I'd go back, other than my family being there. I was thinking of Vegas, but I think Vegas has too much riffraff and bullshit going on to actually enjoy it.
Ask Girthy how he feels about Vegas, and he'll give you everything you need to know.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I like where I'm at. I like there's a lot of opportunity here.
No, you guys have a nice spot. It's just I know it can be expensive and hard to find housing there, so
Yeah.
I get it.
Why do you want me to move in with you, Knockers?
Streamer house?
Yeah.
Streamer house, no partners allowed?
Yeah, no partners allowed, especially ones with mustaches.
Plateaued at 30 viewers or less only.
Fuck.
Well, hey, you guys want to wrap this up and then jump into some video games?
Let's
Heck yeah,
do it.
baby.
Let's Q&A. Yeah, for those of you fucks out there listening after this podcast, guess what we're doing? Playing video games together because we don't have to work except for this motherfucker down.
But it's okay.
Yeah,
I'll take my day off that I'm
Suck
supposed
it
to
up.
have off.
There you go.
It'll be all right.
All right, so let's close up the podcast. So, like Jimmy said, we're going to be ending, quote unquote, ending the podcast, and then we're actually going to invite Weenie on, and we're going to play some Pummel Party because any of us, haven't played this game
I never
before.
played it.
It's apparently a better version of Mario Party, and we're gonna just throw back some drinks. Weenie's probably stoned as fuck. Weenie, you stoned? She said she's getting there, and
Perfect.
So we're gonna play some
working
goodies.
on it.
Perfect.
So go ahead and do your thing. Do it.
So you had
Jimmy,
questions?
There's no questions.
No Q&A.
There's no questions?
Nope.
No, we covered everything so thoroughly.
I
this
thought
week.
that nobody submitted questions to the bot. I thought I saw some.
No, man, you're hallucinating. You're actually insane. I think it's the old age. I think your stress of being a partner has made you age at least 10 years.
You're a fucking idiot. You know
I think so. I think so.
Okay, my name is Jimbles, aka MiddleAgedStream. You can find me at MiddleAgedStream on Twitch
TikTok.
and TikTok. MiddleAgedStream on Twitter, no D. I actually am not going to make a schedule for my next week because it's my first full week of vacation. So I am going to be streaming. I'm just not scheduling anything. I'm just going to stream when I feel like streaming and just do what I want to do. So I don't have a schedule next week. Usually you'll catch me a lot. I'll be doing some stuff this summer. Knackers and I are going to be doing a co-op of Mario 3 this month. We haven't set the dates yet, but it is going to happen.
Mario
What?
3.
Yeah, I thought we were running Mario
I thought we landed on a new game that had gotten ported to the Switch recently.
Wait, what was that?
Fortnite.
Super Mario Brothers 3, the new Super Mario Brothers, not 3, but I thought that there was a Wii version of a Mario game.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We were gonna play that one. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can play that. Whatever. I remember it was
How
Mario.
easily
I'm a
he
whole man.
forgets.
I'm a
Your
whole man.
friends get
You guys are
partnered,
clearly-
and they just forget everything about before they were partnered.
Bro, I have a lot of. Come on, we're playing a Mario game. I
Yeah.
was close enough. We're
Close.
gonna play a Mario game.
You
It'll be
guys
fun.
seem
Yeah, I forgot-
really
no,
excited about this.
We originally you know what? Fuck you, because we originally were gonna play Mario 3.
We
and
were.
We switched it to this.
We were.
I just remembered.
And
so.
then he got big and he forgot that we were going to play Mario 3.
oh, go suck, blow it out your ass.
And he wore the Detroit hat today as a little homage to like
Yeah.
an idea like he hasn't forgotten about you.
Yeah.
I'm coming to Detroit next. I'm coming to Detroit in July.
Chat, you should have heard the requests that he has made for this house in order for him to exist here. He's like,
This
"All right."
is the biggest lies ever. Just so you know,
He
I'm
wants
the
purple
easiest guest.
carpet from the curb
Bullshit.
to the house. He wants me
He
to
wants a
remove
trailer,
my
the
American
TwitchCon
flag.
trailer.
God, he wants a
Bullshit.
camera live streaming from the living room at all time, automatically porting. And he wants my IP, my external IP rerouted so that any subs that I get for the next 7 days automatically get rerouted to the Middle Age Stream channel.
All lies. All lies.
All right, Bishop, where can we find you online? What you got coming up?
You can find me on Twitter at Bishop Was Here. You can find me on Twitch at BishopGP. And on TikTok, I think at BishopGP as well. So if you want to connect with me, send me some TikToks, man. I feel like I've now transformed my way of expressing my feelings and the type of person that I am by sharing different TikToks. Like I'm like, hey, that resonates with me. Let me share that. And then it also applies to the different relationships I have with people. So it's like, hey, this guy likes dirty jokes. Boom, I send that to that guy. It's like I'm like orchestrating my whole narrative through TikTok. So yeah, hit me up, follow me, and then message me or whatever, and I'll send you some TikToks. I'd love to have more people to send Tic Tacs to. I am going to be crazy busy with this late shift program. Again, it's going to be involving Forza. That's going to be going from the 13th of next month, so the 13th of June, all the way to the end of September. So a lot of work. It's going to be crazy, but I'm excited. Just ready for summer as well. I can't wait to just get outside and spend some time outside.
It's gonna go good, son.
It's a hot boy summer, Jimmy. Oh, thank you. Wow, that was nice, man. Hey, listen, I like that. That's it. You have nice teeth. God damn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, you have nice teeth. Send me a mold of those bad boys. All right.
Yeah, I'll send you some mold.
Oh, toe cheese?
Fucking fishy anal glands. Jimmy, where can we find you online?
Nowhere. No, he already covered
I
this,
just
man.
said that.
He already went. He already went.
I
Did
went
you
over
really?
all that before.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Hey, I gotta tell you guys, this 6.9% is feeling like 69%.
Yo, dude, did you just turn into me? Did you just fucking turn into me?
I might have. I'm sorry. You know, like I feel like my thoughts and my revenue are being redirected to a new channel already. Like you're not even here yet, and my thoughts are just like I felt like I signed a contract that said like your intellectual property is no longer your own for the next like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Damn. Thanks, Jimmy. Anyways, all right, we're ending the podcast.
And
we're gonna
over.
also play some video games immediately after. So we're all gonna say bye, but don't leave. Okay?
If you leave, we will find you and we will eat your children.
We hate kids. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. I'm just gonna stop the podcast. I gotta pee.